That stinks. All right, here we go again. Good morning, whoever you are. Or good afternoon or good evening. It all depends on when you're watching this. I'm recording this in the late morning, and so good morning to you from me. Today, we have something very special, something we haven't done in these update videos yet, but I hope to start doing on occasion, and that is Viewer Email Day. I'm going to read to you some of the things that I've gotten in terms of feedback from these updates, and maybe you'll be encouraged or challenged today as a result. So here we go. Email Day. Here's one from last week. It says this: Hi Jeff, we definitely identified with your update this week about hitting the 2020 wall. We related with several things you said. Your admonition to hold fast is a great reminder to us. We appreciate the weekly updates you send and feel more connected with the church because of them. Keep up the good work and hold fast. You are in our prayers. Awesome. We do get emails like that. Thank you for that. If you didn't get a chance to see last week's about holding fast and hitting the wall, I recommend checking that out on YouTube. And also, by the way, it is Pastor Appreciation Month here in October. I know it's 1 out of 12. You have to appreciate your pastors. And so they gave us a month for that to be. And I know it's weird for the pastor to say, hey guys, don't forget to appreciate us. But it is a good reminder, and emails like this really help. Speaking of encouraging emails, here's another one that came in. Hi, Jeff. Well, this was just too funny this morning. I hit the wall. All of a sudden, I was very tired of COVID and thick smoke. Then I listened to your update. You hit it. I had to laugh. I know my little problems can't even compare to what some people are going through right now. You helped me get off the wall and start thinking of my blessings. See, that's exactly what we love to see. We love to see that the shepherding is paying off for the sheep, that there is a helpful encouragement and growth and seeing some of that fruit come. So thank you for that email. Here's another one I got. Dear Jeff, does that red microphone really work, or is it just a prop? Also, I love the t-shirts. Keep up the good work. See, that's nice. Here, I can answer your questions. Number one, it is a working microphone. This is what actually picks up my voice, and it's also a prop. So it's both. As for the t-shirts, it was just something I like to do because I don't really get to dress this way when I'm preaching on Sundays. And this particular one today, everything happens for a reason, and that reason is usually physics. I love science. I love physics. Jesus, of course, is the author of physics. So he is really the reason that it happens, but it's also a good pro-science shirt. Okay, last email. Here we go. Dear Jeff, there are disappointments within Grace Church for us, and we feel it is time to move on. The last several months, we've realized our need to make a change. All right, I'm not going to tell you who that's from, but I am going to talk about how our commitment to our local church is so important, especially right now. See, I know that COVID is a big reset button for our commitments and our choices, and because we had time away from just our normal routine, we can kind of reevaluate, is this really what I want my routine to be? And whether that's what school that my kids go to, or if they're homeschooled, whether that's a job situation. But more than anything, we're seeing it in people's church choices. And yes, I could do a whole rant about consumer church shopping, but that's not the point here. I want to talk about church membership and church partnership. If you are a member of a church, there is a loyalty that you have signed up for to be a part of that church. And I'm not ranting at this particular person, but I am a little lit up because here at Grace Church, we have covenants that people sign when they become members. And certainly in the New Testament, there was an element that people, when they're committing to Christ, are committing to a local church, and they're working together on the kingdom. And yeah, there's a lot of local churches out here, and we all have a different niche, and we're doing things somewhat differently. And I totally get that. And I don't mind that the sheep in Longmont who are part of a Longmont church might attend a different flock's services. That's not my point. What I want to talk about, though, is let your yes be yes and your no be no in your commitments. And if you are committed to a church and things aren't going the way you like, that is the time to roll up your sleeves and fix those conflicts and really work hard to talk to the leadership about what you're concerned about. I can count on one hand the people who have left the church in the last year, left Grace Church, who have sat down and told me why. Everybody else just kind of disappears, or we get a drive-by email. I can count on 0 fingers the number of people who have left Grace Church who sought me out to talk about what they're frustrated with before they made their decision. So much of the time, we get the email after the decision's already been made, and we can't do anything about it. And so I want to challenge you, if you are watching this and you're a part of Grace Church, if we have sinned against you, If we are teaching bad theology, if we have violated our commitment to you in membership, please let us know. Let me know. We want to make that right. We want to fix it. If we have not sinned against you, if we are not teaching bad theology, and if we have not violated the covenant we made in a membership with you, don't sneak out the back door. That's Bush League. That is immaturity. And I'm just going to call it what it is, because I am kind of lit up right now. This is the time the church needs to rally, and especially where we're headed at Grace Church going into this fall, we're going to be talking a lot about bylaws and structure. We need our members to be a part of that. We need you to be involved in those conversations. And if you're frustrated and not telling me or telling us, and then you just say, well, we're out, nobody wins. The enemy wins. And wherever you go next, there's going to be unresolved stuff behind. And maybe I'm just a little biased, but I think we have a really good church. And I think whether it's the preaching or the attitude or the personalities of what we're trying to do, I think this is a good thing. And I want you to stay and I want you to be a part of it. Now, a lot of people are staying. And like I said, I'm getting really good emails from people who love what we're doing, or at least are willing to give us the benefit of the doubt as we're trying things. But what I'm saying is, if you are a member of Grace Church, take that membership seriously. And if we haven't heard anything until it's a farewell email, we can't do anything about it. Now, I'm also not saying please just send a bunch of criticisms and things you don't like at me, but I think if it's a genuine relationship that's biblical and mature, there has to be those conversations before the decisions are made. And that's my challenge to you. Maybe this is more of the rod and the staff part of shepherding, but we care about our sheep, and we've been working really, really hard to make this a place that can still do effective ministry during COVID. And I appreciate so many of you that appreciate that work, and thank you for that. And if you're going through a hard time, we've been saying this whole time, let us know so that we can help. I felt like I need to express that to everybody. I am encouraged by where we're going. I am an obnoxious optimist. I think these bylaw changes that are coming are going to be really good for our church. I think we're going to come out of this strong. I think we're going to bounce back well. But at the same time, in order to do that, we need your commitment. And those of you who have made those commitments, I'm just asking and encouraging you to hold fast to those commitments. Not everyone's going to be a super happy, fun time update, but sometimes these kind of things need to be said. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. We are in a good routine around here. We're open 8:30 and 10 o'clock for worship services live in the sanctuary. We have a family venue at the 10 o'clock service. We have Wednesday night classes, and youth is starting this week on campus as well. So it'll be great to have those things available for all of us. We hope, starting in January, to open up a lot more of what you might be used to from the past with other Sunday school classes and other things going on. So thanks for all that you do. Thanks for checking in and watching these things. Please pray for the church in the United States and around the world, that it will come out of this season stronger because of what the Lord is doing to redeem even bad things like COVID. Thanks a lot.